There's something I want to offer you, especially if life has felt loud, demanding, or just a little bit too much lately. I've created a free meditation called A Still Place You Can Trust. It's not about fixing yourself. It's not about calming your mind or getting anywhere. It's simply a place to pause. This meditation gently guides you back into a sense of being held by your body, by the moment, by something quieter underneath all the effort. You don't need to know how to meditate. You don't need to do it right. You don't even need to relax. It's designed to meet you exactly as you are. Tired, uncertain, open, guarded. All of it's welcome. People have told me it feels like remembering something they didn't realize they'd forgotten. A kind of stillness that doesn't ask anything from them. If that sounds like something your nervous system might need right now, you can find a still place you can trust through the link in the show notes. It's free, it's gentle, and it's there whenever you need somewhere quiet to land. Welcome to Grounded is the New Sexy. This is a space for people who are tired of pushing and ready for their life and creativity to feel more alive. I'm Christy Little. I'm an artist and someone who's learned that clarity, creativity, and confidence don't come from forcing ourselves forward. They come from slowing down enough to feel what's actually true. Here, we talk about living and creating in a way that's grounded, embodied, and honest, without fixing, performing, or keeping up. If you've been craving more presence, more connection, and a rhythm that actually feels like yours, I'm really glad you're here. Welcome back to Grounded is the New Sexy, a space where we remember that depth doesn't have to be dramatic, and embodiment doesn't have to be loud. If you're here, you're allowed to arrive exactly as you are. Before we start today, take a breath with me. Not a big one, just enough to arrive. Okay, so I want to talk about something that has been really alive in my body lately, and maybe yours too, even if you haven't maybe had the language for it yet. It's that weird and kind of tender space when you realize that you've changed. And not in a dramatic way or announcement worthy way, not in a here's my new identity kind of way, just in a quieter, cellular way. And then, almost unexpectedly, you notice that some of the people closest to you don't seem to see it. Or maybe they see you, but it's not this version of you. And that feeling can land in the body in a lot of ways. It can feel like confusion, grief, a kind of lonely ache that's really hard to explain because nothing is like technically wrong. Because you're not fighting, you're not estranged, you're just feeling not fully met. And what I've been realizing is this. Sometimes when you stop needing validation, you also lose the illusion of connection that validation used to provide. I'm going to say that one more time. Sometimes when you stop needing validation, you also lose the illusion of connection that validation used to provide. Just let that land. Because for many of us, connection used to be built on being understood, on being reflected, on being recognized in ways that felt reassuring. And when that drops away, when you no longer need to be explained back to yourself, something surprising happens. You get freer and quieter, and also a little more alone than you expected. Not because you're closed off, but because you're no longer overexposing. And that's what I want to explore today. This idea of staying open without staying available for consumption, because there is a difference. There's a version of openness that comes from trust, and there's a version that comes from hope. Hope that if you say it just right, if you explain it clearly enough, if you soften it enough, someone will finally meet you there. But the truth is, that version is exhausting. What I'm learning how to do, slowly and imperfectly, is let myself rest from trying to be understood. Not forever, just for now. Letting my nervous system learn that connection doesn't have to be earned through translation. That I can be warm, present, loving, without handing over the tender layers of my becoming. Because here's something subtle but really important. You don't owe depth just because you're deep. You don't owe access just because you're open-hearted. And you don't owe your inner world to people who haven't shown they know how to hold it. And this doesn't mean that you shut down. It means you develop edges. Soft ones, living ones. Edges that say, I'm here, but I'm not reaching for anything. And that alone can change how your body feels in relationships. So I want to offer a short practice. Not really a meditation you have to do, but more like a place you can rest just for a few minutes. If it feels safe, let your eyes soften or close. And just notice your breath the way it already is. No fixing. Now bring your attention to the center of your chest. Not emotionally, just physically. Imagine there's a gentle warmth there. Not expanding, not pushing, just present. Now imagine a soft boundary around your body, like a breathable field. Nothing rigid, nothing sealed. Just a sense of, here I am. And silently say to yourself, what parts of me feel safe to share right now? No answer is fine. Then ask, what parts of me are still integrating, still sacred, still mine? Let those parts have space. You don't need to protect them aggressively. You're just not offering them up prematurely. Take another slow breath and see if your body can feel the difference between being open and being overexposed. One feels spacious, the other feels tight, hopeful, a little rushed. If you've been living in the second one, it makes sense. Many of us were taught that being open meant being fully accessible. You're allowed to relearn that. When you're ready, gently come back. Here's what I'll leave you with today. If it feels like fewer places fit you right now, that doesn't mean you're losing connection. It means you're no longer mistaking proximity for intimacy. A new resonance doesn't arrive until an old pattern of overgiving fully resets. You're not doing this wrong. You're just becoming quieter in your truth, and that's often the doorway to a deeper kind of connection, one that doesn't need to convince anyone of who you are. This is Grounded is the New Sexy, where we practice being fully here without needing to be fully explained. I'm really glad you're here. Take good care of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for being here with me. Before you go, I want to invite you to take a slow breath, just one, and notice how your body feels right now. That feeling, that settling, that opening, that's the real work. If this episode resonated with you, if it softened something, sparked something, or simply helped you feel a little more alive, I'd love for you to stay connected. You can subscribe to Grounded is the New Sexy wherever you're listening so these conversations find you when you need them. And if you feel called, sharing this episode with someone you love is one of the most meaningful ways to support this work. These conversations tend to reach people right when they're ready. If you'd like to go deeper, you can find me in the Luminous Sanctuary, my space on Substack, where I share reflections, practices, and transmissions for living and creating from a more grounded, embodied place. There's a free space to enter and deeper layers if and when you're ready. You can also explore my artwork and any current offerings at christylittleartist.com, where everything I create lives as an extension of this same frequency. Slow, intentional, alive. All the links are waiting for you in the show notes. And thank you for listening. Thank you for showing up for your life in this way. And until next time, stay grounded, stay curious, and keep coming alive.